member of, you don't say senator, you say member of Bundestag, Frank, this morning, because this seems to me, I don't know the mechanics of the resolution, I might be wrong, this seems to me like even keel, remaining faithful to your own values. It's not just hysterical banning and smashing, it's we have to steer a course between empathy for people who are in harm's way, who are actual refugees, and between attempting to rectify our own conscience by accepting everyone uncritically, even when they're homophobes and chauvinists and anti-Semites. So I think they've found a way to help us cheat ourselves, and that we should stop. And sometimes this takes guts. It takes guts. It's very easy to do virtue signaling. It's really hard to be moral. I told the French guard, everybody is Émile Zola now, because no one is arguing with Émile Zola. But Émile Zola was alone against the whole French elite. This is brave. It's not brave now to say that you support the rights of minority. That's not brave. It's brave to say that you're against female genital mutilation and that you will fight people who do this. That's brave. But we're not seeing much of this. Instead, we're seeing Jeremy Corbyn rise at the head of the British left. This is anti-Semitism on the left, goes unreported mostly, uncriticized, and this is the mainstream. This is a guy who's a contender for prime minister. Look, the right, where we naturally look for anti-Semitism, on the right, it's apologetic. They know it's not proper. So I'm not saying they're not anti-Semites. You can see it here, you can see it in France, you can see it in Austria, you can see it in England, you can see it everywhere. But this is a smaller faction, and it knows that it should hide its views. While Jeremy Corbyn is a blatant anti-Semite, nothing apologetic about it. He wanted to change the definition of anti-Semitism in order to make hatred of Israel, not hatred, not criticism of policy, in order to make hatred of Israeli kosher. Because he's an outspoken anti-Semite, and he calls Hezbollah and the Muslim Brotherhood friends, let alone that he supports the BDS, or that he is sympathetic to the BDS. So we have a major problem where people are not calling the racism by name when it's inconvenient. They call it only when it's convenient. Okay, everybody condemns the Nazis, we know that. If you're an actual neo-Nazi, you in civilized circles, I saw that laugh, in civilized circles. But in civilized left-wing circles, in universities, BDS is most welcome. And actual anti-Semitism is considered progressive. It's something no one apologizes for. And I'm familiar with the American scene, so I can tell you that the amount of people who are actual supporters of David Duke, who admit it, is very small. There's 8,000 people across the USA belong to the Klan and the white supremacists. Can you compare this to what is going on in mosques? Can you compare this to the institutionalized anti-Semitism of universities? I don't think so. And so partly, to answer the question about the press again, the press is generally cowardly, I think, in these things. It generally isn't, few people break the choir. And that's something, but it's to be expected. It's always hard to be against a stampeding herd. Anyway, it's been fascinating, so thank you very much for your comments and your questions.
So I would say anybody who would like to then pick Gadi's brains, we'll make sure that you have his contact details.
Better.
And
softer.
yeah, we have a half an hour before the next meeting.
Okay.
So unless
Where is it here, or do we?
Same room.
Do you have it there in Germany?
Oh wait, I should turn this thing off.